What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It is July 15th, and yesterday the Giants ended up going against the Brewers for the first game of this 4-game series, and it was at Oracle Park, and they ended up losing in 10 innings. Their struggles continue in extra innings as they just kind of fell apart. I mean, I shouldn't say fell apart. They got ahead 2-0 in the early going. In the third inning, what ended up happening is that Jock Peterson came up with 2 outs and a runner at first and third, and Jock Peterson was already 0 for 1. He is the all-star this year, and you know, he's been in a big slump, and he ended up having at first he took a ball that was a pass ball by the catcher, and the runner from third base, who is Mike Yastrzemski, ended up scoring, and then Joey Bart, who is at first base, ended up making it second base. So there is a runner at second base still with 2 outs, and Jock Peterson hit a RBI single, making it a 2-0 game in the third inning. And then in the fourth inning, Carlos Rodon, who 2 innings before, I should mention this because it was a really, really big part of this game, he loaded the bases with nobody out and ended up striking out this side. Strikeout, strikeout, and strikeout. Just an amazing job. He ended up going off the field and was doing that, saying just shh, quiet. And so, I mean, he pitched very hard for 5 innings. I know that he wishes that he got more. The bullpen does, because it was a bullpen game the day before this game. So I know that the bullpen wishes that they didn't have to do 5 innings of work, but they did, and they still did decent. The only person that didn't do decent was Camilo Doval, who in the 10th inning, and you know what, I shouldn't even say he did a bad job, because in the 9th inning, he ended up getting everybody out, and then in the 10th inning, well, he ended up getting 2 runners out, and then there's a double, and then a fly out. So that made it a still 2-2 game, and then the Giants weren't able to score anything, so it's still going into the 10th inning, which the Giants have had the hardest time with in the extra innings, because they really have a hard time scoring with runners in scoring position. Well, at first, it was Brandon Crawford who was up, who ended up lining out, I believe, and then Mike Yastrzemski ended up stealing third base on a called strike against Austin Wynns, our catcher. And then Austin Wynns had gone ahead and struck out. All he had to do was a sac fly or a grounder far enough into the infield or something like that. Mike Yastrzemski's a fast runner, so all he had to do was a little soft grounder, and he was not able to go ahead and do that. And the Giants were down still 3-2 with nobody, or 2 outs now. And then Lamont Wade Jr. ended up having a weak little fly out, making it the game, and the Giants ended up losing. I should mention also, Camilo Doval got 2 outs and 2 strikes on the runner, Davis, I believe, or the batter, and he ended up going ahead and just hitting a soft little dribbler. Nothing you could do about it. It really was just a little drag bunt that went ahead and went over to third base, and the Giants could do nothing. It was just too slow of it. And with the runners at second and third, that runner from third base ended up scoring. So that obviously really sucked, and I feel really bad for Camilo Doval because he did a decent job. But with that being said, I forgot to also mention how the Brewers got their runs. I wasn't watching at the time. I was having dinner with the family, and the family didn't want to watch it. I don't know why. But the Brewers, I look back and what had gone ahead and happened is that it was just a sac fly in the 4th inning, making it a 2-1 game. And Jock Peterson almost threw out that runner, but he did not. It was really close, though. And then in the 6th inning, I believe, 6th inning, there was a single by, I forget who. You know what, I'm really sorry, guys, I can't get my stuff together. This is why I like going ahead and filming right after games, so it's all fresh in my mind. But, you know, there was just a single by someone, and that made it a 2-2 game. I believe it was like Willie Adames. I believe he had one of the RBIs. That might have been his. So, yeah, and then it was 2-2 the rest of the game until that 10th inning. So with that being said, I'm going to give out my players of the game. if it's a loss for the Giants, I still give a Giants player of the game, and then I give an overall player of the game. My Giants player of the game is going to be Jock Peterson, just because of his at-bat. The 2 runners ended up scoring. One wasn't even because of him, it was just a pass ball by the catcher. But then he got that single, which has been a real struggle for him. So I'm glad he was able to do that. And then my overall player of the game, I really want to give it to Corbin Burns. He had pitched outstanding, and I think he pitched 7.1 innings or so. So he had pitched really well, had 10 strikeouts. But I'm going to give it to Davis, who ended up having the game-winning shot or whatever, or I shouldn't even say shot, game-winning hit or little dribbler. And he didn't even know it at the time, but that was going to be the difference, and he was going to be the reason why the Brewers won. So I'm going to give it to Davis. So with that being said, I thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please remember to like and subscribe. Once again, Carlos Rodon pitched really well. It wasn't his best outing, but he pitched 5 innings and ended up having 7 strikeouts. So that looked a lot like Carlos Rodon still. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to like and subscribe. Go Giants, and I will see you guys tomorrow.